Hello and welcome to Getting Liquored Up with Dave. Today we're going to learn how to make absinthe. Now absinthe is a fairly old drink. Comes from France. It is a double distilled liquor, which basically means you take brandy and you mix it in with a bunch of herbs, most notably anise and wormwood, and a bunch of others, and the exact ingredients are kind of trade secrets from the various companies that make it. Anyway, you redistill it and you get absinthe. Now, there are a lot of rumors and myths and legends about absinthe, about how it is hallucinogenic and so forth, and for the most part those are just false. The real reason that absinthe seems hallucinogenic is because it's just very, very high in alcohol. It's right around 160 proof. It's strong stuff. Anyway, what we're going to have here is we have our absinthe liqueur. We've got our absinthe glass and the brulee. These are made by Errata. We've got some crushed ice, and we've got a shaker of ice and water. Generally what you want to do is have your glassware in the freezer for about 10 minutes before you make the drink. The idea is to keep it cold for as long as possible. So here's how you make it. We start by putting our absinthe into the absinthe glass. I usually go with about 1.5 ounces. You don't want to go much more than that because, like I said, it's pretty strong. Now, here we come to the very first area where there is, I don't know, controversy. To put a sugar cube or to not put a sugar cube. I don't like a sugar cube in there. I like the flavor of the beverage just as it is. If you want it a little sweeter, at this point you would put a sugar cube right here in the bottom of the brulee before you put the ice in. The next step is to take some crushed ice and put it into the brulee. Now, set that right back on top of the absinthe glass. And at this point we're going to start very slowly pouring in some of this very cold water. The idea is to go slow. Slower is better with absinthe. So we're just going to pour a bit in there. Let it flow over the ice. Now you'll notice that as the water drips through the ice into the absinthe, it starts to turn milky and opaque. Now that's what we're looking for, and the way you know you've got the requisite amount of water in there is you will see that opaque layer come all the way to the top. Now you see right now we still have a bit of transparent in there, and so what that means is we're going to add some more water. This is not something you do in a hurry, but it's a good drink. We pour a little bit more in there and let it keep going. Here you can show you that little layer of clear there. You can see that a little closer. So we still need a little bit more water in there. Now this is a traditional method of making absinthe. The combination of the absinthe glass and the brulee is, well, it's a pretty expensive way to make this. You'll see a lot of absinthe kits that have a little screen or a little mesh strainer for doing this, and you can get away with that, and that'll work as long as you drip the cold water into the beverage very, very slowly. If you're a purist or perhaps a snob, you'll go out and spend about 80 bucks on one of these little brulee glasses, and you'll do it this way. I figure I have it so infrequently I want to do it right. Now you'll note the color of the glass is a lovely green. That's called radium glass, and it's so called because way back when they used to actually mix radium into the glass when they were making it, which produced this green color. And that was very traditional for the use with absinthe, which also may have contributed to the hallucinogenic effect. Perhaps it was radioactive. Of course today they don't do that. This is just nice green glass. So we've put in just about the requisite amount of water. We can see now that the opaque layer has come all the way to the top, and that means that this absinthe is ready to enjoy. So we're going to take off the brulee and discard the ice and treat the brulee with care because it was expensive, and if you break it you got to buy a whole new kit. Not fun. Anyway, that's how you make absinthe. I'm going to go enjoy this glass, and perhaps you should try it at home.